Good eyebrow. Eyebrow of death. Good eyebrow. Eyebrow that is probably an asshole in real life. Hi guys, my name is Tamara Chambers and this is Tamara's Never Seen. And by your request, after watching Young Frankenstein, I am watching Blazing Saddles tonight. And just to clear something up from the Back to the Future Part 3 reaction video that I did, I have seen Land Before Time. I've seen more Land Before Time movies than I care to admit. I actually really love Land Before Time. Thought it's a great movie. Then it just kept going and going and going and going and going. But I have not seen Blazing Saddles, and I'm very excited to watch it. So let's find out.
Tamara's Never Seen.
Oh yeah, nope, that would not fly today. In a great way. I loved it. 5 minutes into the movie, I had heard every offensive term in reference to a human being that I think I've ever heard in my life. And a few new ones too. I'm just gonna say this right at the beginning, right at the top here. I thought the movie was incredible, because it is, obviously it's incredible. So I don't want anyone to misinterpret my enjoyment of the movie for thinking that you should be allowed to say those things in all seriousness. They were making fun of it, and they did a very good job of it. But just, I know that's obvious. I shouldn't have to say that, but I'm just gonna put it out there. It's like Tamara's stamp of like, don't say these things seriously. Twitter. No, that would probably be YouTube. Right off the get-go, there is incredible physical comedy that you don't really see anymore today, and it was done well and is hilarious. I'm not gonna say hilarious in this video. I think the count got up to 15 last time? 15? I don't know, I don't remember. It's fine, you don't have to go back and look. But it got up really high. So the bad guys are trying to get land from the peaceful people of Rock Ridge, and this movie is so honest. I didn't know that they were making fun of white people in the 70s. I just thought they were rightfully doing it now. So you see Rock Ridge, and there's this song playing about how peaceful it is, and what a great, small, quaint town it is. And then they like rush in and pillage it. And I really want to remake that whole scene with Channel Awesome people. I think it would be a blast. I just want an excuse to remake it, is what I'm trying to say. And then, of course, in the church town meeting, they're like, we need a new sheriff. And then the new sheriff comes, and he's black. And they all flip their shit. Especially the disgusting and funny governor, who is Mel Brooks. So Bart, the new sheriff, does the whole scene where he's speaking in 2 different personalities as himself. Like, it's angry, like, I'll shoot him if you do anything crazy. He's like, no, don't, just listen to him. I think it's one of the better comedic scenes I've ever seen with like a solo person doing a split personality thing. Super well done. Way to go, Bart. I know that's not his actual name. It's his character name, because I just looked it up. I didn't know his character name. I don't retain people's names in movies, you guys. You know this now from seeing all of these episodes. I don't retain names in movies. I'm just like, oh yeah, the guy with the curly hair. Oh, the hero of the story. She was cool. Oh yeah, it was a mouse. You know. And then you see Gene Wilder's character, who from the second he enters the movie is an incredible delight. He's super toned down in this movie. All of his lines are so good. Like Bart's like, you need any help? And he's hanging upside down. He's like, all that I can get. So then you find out he's the Waco Kid, the fastest draw in the world. And that seemed also wonderful. He's like, see this hand? He's like, yeah, straight. It's sturdy, it doesn't shake, whatever. He's like, yeah, but this one is the one I shoot with. So good. Oh, hair flips. Oh, God. I just woke up Ike with my hair flips. Sorry, bud. Okay, so anyways, he was the Waco Kid, but he quit because a 6-year-old shot him in the butt. Which is a pretty valid reason, I feel like. The white humans portrayed in this movie made me laugh so flipping hard. The next scene is literally just a bunch of white people around a campfire eating beans and farting, and it made me laugh Mel Brooks was supposed to cut that scene out of the movie, and he was like, yeah, for sure I will, and then didn't. There's only one part, he was supposed to cut a bunch of scenes, but there's only one part, Doug told me this, that he cut, and I will get to that scene. In this scene, you see Mongo, who's this giant man beast, and they decide he should kill the sheriff. And then he punches a horse. So you're like, well, yeah, he could probably kill the sheriff. But Bart the sheriff takes care of him in a wonderfully stylized way, and they decide to call in the big guns, a woman. Which, let's be real, it's very accurate. And I didn't realize she was in this, but it's Madeline Kahn, or Madeline Kahn from, I'm sure more things than this, but Young Frankenstein, what I just saw. She is so flipping funny. What else has she been in? I could look this up. Google's a thing. But I love her. I think she's so funny in everything I've seen her in, which is 2 things. I've probably seen her in more things. I just don't know it. Because again, I don't retain names or anything. Pretty colors. The next scene is her singing this hilariously like flat, not really great burlesque style song. It's really difficult to sing off key when you are a singer, and she obviously is great at everything she does, so I assume she's a singer. She's like the OG Miranda Sings. Then she tries to seduce the sheriff, but she just falls in love with him because he's awesome, and she looks at his whoop whoop. And this is the scene that they cut out. She's like, oh, is it true what they say about black men and their bloop bloop? And he's like, well, take a look, baby. And she like unzips his zipper and she's like, oh, it's true, it's true, it's true. And then they cut. And I guess from that, Doug said they cut, she was supposed to say, it's true, it's true, it's true. And then he's like, baby, you're sucking on my elbow or my arm or something like that. So the bad guys make a help wanted ad for all evildoers to come and kill the sheriff, and they hold interviews for it. So Jim and Bart steal some KKK outfits and go check it out. Also, job interview for crooks is a really funny sketch idea. Remember that. So they've got all these crooks and terrible people coming to destroy the town and destroy the sheriff. So the entire town joins up with the railway workers from the beginning that I didn't talk about at all, but who were hilarious, funny. And they build an entire like pop-up town, set town in one night. So they get almost the entire town done, and the crooks are coming. And this tactic that they use to slow them down is hilarious. The tollway that they use is just like this giant like cardboard tollway thing. And it's in the middle of a field, and it's so flipping funny because they're riding up on horses, and there's like all these horses, and there's like this one little tollway, and they're like, just 10 cents? Does anyone have a dime? And they're like, no, we gotta go back and get all the dimes. So they invade the fake town, and they realize they've been duped, and then Jim is shooting at them from like a mile away. A horse explodes into the air. It's fun. They get into a huge fight, which leads them breaking into another set. It's like a sound stage. And there's all of these male dancers doing like a musical theater number. And they all start fighting. Then they break out of that sound stage and they're running through Hollywood. And I was watching the movie and I was like, did I miss something? Where? I thought they were in the... Okay, all right. No questions being asked. Don't ask questions, just watch. So then Headley, the bad guy, his name is Headley, never mentioned that, as you all know, goes to a theater in Hollywood to watch the movie Blazing Saddles. And then before he goes in, he like goes to get candy, and then the sheriff shows up, and he gets shot. So then Jim and Bart go into the theater to watch the rest of Blazing Saddles, and that's the end? I think. The silliness that they pulled off in this movie is something that I feel like a lot of movies now try to accomplish, and like, why are you slapping me with your tail? So rude. Also, it's a weird weird topic talking about the racism aspect in this movie, with kind of things that we deal with today, the racism that we deal with today. And I said this already, but I think it's just so clever how they did it in such a tongue-in-cheek way, in such a obvious, like, slap you in the face with Duh, you dummies, this is so stupid. But while we're on the subject, Black Lives Matter. Don't dress up like a Native American for Halloween unless you're a Native American, and cats are awesome. But I'm very excited for next week's adventure. I am going to watch Evil Dead. Possibly, I am. I'm watching Evil Dead 1, 2, and 3. Also, there are 4 Saturdays. Are there 4 or are there 5? Oh, shit. There are 5 Saturdays in October. So I'm doing Evil Dead 1, 2, and 3. Maybe I'll do one of the remakes? I don't know. Should I? Maybe. But then, after that whole mess, I possibly am doing something with Mr. Malcolm Ray for an episode that we're going to collaborate on. I'm very excited. Very excited to work with that lovely gentleman. Also, if you want hints on what I'm going to be watching, follow me on Twitter, Tamara L. Chambers, because I usually do a bit of live tweeting during my first viewings of these movies as well. Thank you for the recommendations to watch Blazing Saddles. I really enjoyed it. You guys are awesome. I'm awesome. Ike is so awesome.